Welcome back, Theseus Reassembled, episode 3. Change of location today. I'm sitting in with Jinx, the legend, and I have my little sister, Deanna, sitting in for me. Yes, ma'am. So, absolutely. So we'll jump right into it. Randy, you know what to do. What's going on? Hit us with what's going on in the universes right now.
Yeah, lots of big news in the universes this week. I'm going to start with some, not as much news as much as an interesting talking point, kind of feeding off our last pod. Talked about Captain America Brave New World. If you haven't listened to that pod, go ahead, hop over, listen to that episode. But Sebastian Stan, in an interview, was talking about his journey through the MCU and through Marvel, and said he was told when he joined Marvel as Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, that it would eventually lead to him becoming the new Captain America. And I'm a big fan of What If. I'm a big fan of any even real world type of like, if this changed, how would it look? And I thought that would be very interesting to discuss on this pod on how a Bucky Barnes Captain America would look and how different it would be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe if we had Bucky Barnes Captain America Brave New Day, or Brave New World,
Right.
instead of Sam Wilson's.
I love that talking point. I did see that interview where he said that was originally like the plan with him signing on and everything, that the Winter Soldier or Bucky would at one point become Cap. That introduces like some major like philosophical issues with somebody who was like a Russian assassin that killed Americans, killed Tony Stark's parents, who is now Captain America.
Yeah.
So having that label, that's really interesting.
I think that's part of the reason they did it was because he hadn't not until Falcon and Winter Soldier did he really I guess atone for all the things that he did. So Steve Rogers giving him the shield at the end of Endgame would have been kind of premature.
Yeah, and so he made a point too, Bucky, then to say how he didn't feel worthy for it and all, and that he believed Sam should have it too. So they did a good job writing it. But that is interesting. If they would have wrote it differently, how would that have looked too? You know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot to unpack. Oracle, behind the camera, probably the biggest Bucky Barnes lover on the planet. Also mentions he killed JFK. So can Captain America be someone who previously killed a president?
It's
very interesting.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Big problem. Not very American of Captain America there, but it would be interesting. It's something, maybe when they reboot the MCU and we, 20 years down the line, get back to having to pass off the mantle, maybe we'll get a Bucky Barnes as Captain America.
Sam got pretty close to killing the President of the United States in this past movie.
He
was a big red monster, but
maybe it is a very Captain America thing.
It's a great point.
Yeah. All right. So our next talking point is another one. This one is looking more to the future and more of a rumor instead of some official news, because I love rumors and debating things like this. So Lisa Colin-Zayas, I hope I pronounced that right, Colin-Zayas, has been cast in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And no role, but lots of people think she could be cast as Rio Morales in Spider-Man Brand New Day, which would give us our second, Miles Morales-centered character in the MCU.
You go ahead.
Seeing Miles Morales is something I've been dying for. They have the best trilogy, arguably of all time, cooking right now in the works. Getting to see that's next year.
Yeah,
correct. So getting his live action is huge for the Spider-Verse in general. So that'd be really, really, really exciting.
It's not next year. It's 2027.
Yeah, I was about to say I think it's 27.
Yeah.
Still though, I mean, it's gonna be really exciting. I love Miles Morales. I love that trilogy that they're cooking on right now, and seeing him in the MCU is gonna be really, really cool.
He's
I hope
cool.
that we do get I hope we get a little bit of time with Tom Holland getting to mentor Miles Morales, and introducing his mother would be the next tease. So that, of course, we already got his uncle Aaron Davis in Spider-Man Homecoming. So there have been teases here and there.
And I still feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong or if you feel differently, but like Tom Holland is still at a very, not immature, but still like not in any type of mentorship level of Spider-Man, I don't think, because his whole character has come off huge of how he's leaned on Tony Stark and still feels like he has all these huge shoes to fill. So to put him in a mentor role this early, I don't think would be the right choice, because it doesn't feel like his character is ready for that.
Yeah, or maybe that's what the 3 movies were
The
for,
transition.
to get him ready for that. And I mean, I think those 3 movies were his origin story in the MCU, because we didn't get to see the whole Uncle Ben thing and him have to deal with like the responsibility of the powers that he has. And I think the 3 movies set that up. So now we're just getting his origin. And so we're just now getting Spider-Man on his own, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, could be very interesting. It seems like Marvel's not done with him being mentored either, as we talked about last week on the pod, that Bruce Banner, the Hulk, probably going to be a big figure in Spider-Man 4 and be another kind of Avenger to kind of mentor him throughout his journey. So maybe it'll be a Spider-Man 5 or 6 thing where he's turned over to being a mentor instead of being the one being mentored. So could be interesting, though. I think everybody, Spider-Man's always going to be probably the biggest Marvel property, and introducing Miles Morales to the MCU, no matter when they do it, is going to be the biggest movie for an entire saga of Marvel. So could be really exciting, and maybe we get the next step in the new Spider-Man.
For sure.
Now
and
we're
like
some real
and
news.
Miles, his mentor throughout the movies for the Spider-Verse movies is a Peter Parker who has a kid with MJ already. So
yeah. Could it be a scenario if they do multiverse where there's already some talk that maybe Sadie Sink is Mayday Parker, as in Kirsten Dunst and Tobey Maguire's daughter? Could it be a scenario where Tobey comes over through the Spider-Verse, or where Tom goes to his universe, meets Mayday Parker, and that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man has been mentoring a Miles Morales?
That would be how I'd like to see that.
Let me throw out this scenario to see what y'all think, because this has been something that's been talked about. Is what would you think if the MCU took the Miles Morales from the Into the Spider-Verse movies and made him the MCU Miles Morales? They made him come into the MCU as an already established character.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that? Because that's been something that people kind of want and have been talked about.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that, honestly. Because obviously they're going to reboot the MCU down the line. So if you do that like pre-reboot and have him involved in maybe even like an Avengers Secret Wars scenario, I think that'd be really sick. It'd be important to cast him correctly, because I don't think Shamik Moore, no offense to Shamik Moore, he doesn't necessarily look like a Spider-Man in the suit type of guy. So you'd have to cast him properly. But, it'd be pretty cool. I've even seen some people cast Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things. So you could get another Stranger Things guy in there. I think he'd be a pretty cool Miles Morales for a short time period.
You know me, my fan cast, the fan cast guy. I like Dallas Dupre from Cobra Kai.
Okay. All right. Oracle's going crazy behind the camera. Big Cobra Kai guy behind the camera. So she 100% agrees with that casting. So be very interesting. Whatever they decide to do. I don't think that's one of those things I don't think you can mess up. So, however they do it, people are going to be really excited. So on to the next. We'll go to some real news now. The tickets for the Fantastic Four went on sale this week. Got the poster behind Bryson Jenkins. The new poster I see.
Oh, yeah.
New trailer came with it. And, of course, it's an early sign that I think I mentioned last week on the pod. I was a little concerned how the movie would do at the box office. If it didn't do good, then maybe Marvel would kind of, push them under the rug a little bit after this saga. Well, early signs of that this movie's going to do real good at the box office, because Regal, Fandango, and AMC's websites all crashed when those tickets went on sale, which is an extremely good sign for this movie out the gates, guys.
That's awesome. I love to hear it.
Fans, do your thing, baby. We are here for it, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
It also means if you haven't got your tickets to that movie, it's you should probably go ahead and do that. So that's gonna be.
I definitely need to do that.
For?
Yeah, that's an unpaid plug right there. Marvel sent us no money to say that. We just all want the Fantastic Four to do well. That's my favorite team in the Marvel universe. I got you. I'll throw up the 4 for you.
Let me get 4 tickets.
Love it.
So yeah, staying on the Fantastic Four train, we also got some more news, some more reviews coming out of the early screenings. Is that the Fantastic Four's Silver Surfer, Shia LaBeouf, the VFX, getting rave reviews, which is always an exciting thing when it comes to Marvel, because especially through the pandemic, it seemed like every time they dropped a movie, all you heard was the VFX are so bad. They don't look good. They look unfinished.
Oh, man.
And now
Thor: Love and Thunder
we got
blasted.
Exactly. And now you got the reverse, where it's even early screenings are getting rave reviews over how good the VFX look for a fully CGI character like Shia LaBeouf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's huge because obviously with Silver Surfer, it's not really something that you can do exactly live action like we talked in the previous pod, right? So you got to go in and CGI it. But so for that to be, and obviously it's going to be a big figure in this movie, so to have that done properly completely affects the pace and the viewership and enjoyment of the viewing. So that is very, very, very good to hear.
Yep. Yeah. And then, are you good, Jenkins? Good to move on from that one?
I guess, man. I'm never good to move on from Fantastic Four, but we can do it.
I can't wait for it. We have plenty more time to talk about it before it drops. So we'll move on. We'll talk a little bit about Avengers Doomsday. We'll probably do that every pod until after that movie has dropped. But Avengers Doomsday, reports coming out this week that it is going to focus on 5 main characters. Do y'all want to have any guesses? Y'all want to go ahead and try to guess the 5 main characters? There's obviously one real easy one. 2 really easy ones, I guess.
I think I've seen this, but I'm going to see if we can go through it. So, yes.
Let's
Pop
go.
right here. Reed Richards being 1.
Of course. Got to be.
RDJ, Dr. Doom being 2.
Obviously, movie named after him.
Anthony Mackie, Captain America, number 3.
That's right. Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, Captain America, is going to be one of the main characters, according to the reports.
Our guy that swings the hammer. Thor, number 4.
The wielder of Mjolnir. Thor, indeed. Chris Hemsworth will be one of the main characters.
And then number 5, Silver Surfer, right?
No.
What was it? Hit me up.
What? So, all right. Reed, Thor,
yes.
Doom.
Yes. Cap. That's one more.
Oh, wow.
Come on. We got this.
We can do this. Combined effort.
You can.
Is it an Avenger?
No.
Okay.
You want me to give you a hint?
Shang-Chi.
Nope. It's the man who's holding everything together.
Oh, Loki.
Loki.
Of course.
Loki.
He's holding the multiverse together. He has to be a main character.
Right.
So that's an exciting 5. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. I'm sure the Thunderbolts are going to get a lot of feature in this, but to not see, one of their characters as the main 5, a little disappointing. But the 5
I would have expected that, though, honestly. I mean, none of them are, I don't know, iconic, prominent enough to be a main character without each other. So
I'm gonna say this too. I don't care what that 5 says. America Chavez is gonna be all up in this movie.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
One has to be. Yeah. So I think she's gonna be a big key. Her multiversal hopping abilities in a big multiverse movie like this, kind of got to be used. And I'm really excited. I think if you're gonna those 5 right there as the main characters, it's gonna lead to a really good. It's probably gonna be an almost 3-hour movie. So lead to a really good 3 hours of action following those 5.
Yeah, I think if we're looking back to when the chairs were announced, other than Robert Downey Jr., were those not the first 4 chairs to come out?
I think Tom Hiddleston had to wait a minute, but Chris Hemsworth was like the first.
Cap. Oh, and then you had a couple of others before Reed, so never mind.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
I thought I was onto something. Let me back up.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I think I'm really excited. I hope, we're going to get some Yelena Belova. We're going to get to see Florence Pugh as a decent role in there. And it's going to be really exciting. You got to fit 70 characters into one movie. So, of course, some are going to get more time than others. Having those 5, too, kind of means it's not going to be quite the cameo fest that I think some people think it's going to be. It seems like they do have a 5 people who are still active in the MCU, other than
that's what
Dr. Doom.
I think that's what Secret Wars is for. So they're going to be saying
the cameo fest.
Yeah. Also, did y'all see what the Russos said about these 2 movies, these next 2 Avengers movies?
No, go ahead, hit us with it.
I mean, bias, I'm sure, but they said this was going to be the biggest 2-part movie event ever.
Well, considering that they made the other biggest 2-part movie event ever, I think they are as qualified as anyone to decide if it's going to be bigger than those 2. Yeah. So if they say that, it must be true, which is really exciting.
Bigger than Infinity War Endgame, we may be in for a treat.
But comic-wise, Secret Wars is a bigger comic event than the Infinity Saga.
The biggest.
Right. It's the biggest lead up, biggest multi-parter. So I mean that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Can I get nerdy real quick?
Absolutely.
So
please do.
in I'm going through Secret Wars right now, the comic run, and the incursions start happening, which is basically like the universes are about to collide. The first thought, obviously, by the Illuminati is let's just go get the Infinity Gauntlet and let's snap the other universe away. They get the Infinity Gauntlet. They have all the stones. They snap. All the stones just burst.
Wow.
And break. And
I think that would be tremendous if we got that in live action, just to kind of show the scale. I would love for that to be. I don't know if you can squeeze that in like the first act of a film. And I don't know who exactly in the MCU now would go get those, but it'd be really nice to see them try that like the first 30 minutes or so and be like, like, we're in, this is something we have never, the scale is higher than it's ever been. So I think that would be a good way to get the casuals who maybe have skipped a lot of these movies and are coming back just for the big Avengers title and all the actors. It'd be like, oh, why don't they just get the Infinity Stones? It'd be like, oh, here, this is why we can't do that.
Right.
Yeah, so really exciting. Gonna move on again. We're gonna have one more piece of MCU news. We always talk about the box office. And the Thunderbolts box office has wrapped up. Last reports, it wrapped around $371 million, which by some reports is roughly $100 million loss, which may be a reason that they're not one of the 5 main characters we're following throughout the Marvel movie, but it is the 4th worst grossing MCU movie throughout the whole entire MCU. Do y'all have any guesses as to the 3 that grossed worse than the Thunderbolts?
All right.
I got the bottom one right now.
Go ahead.
The Marvels is the bottom.
Of course, the bottom, $206 million.
Okay.
It's recent, I'm sure.
Sure.
It's not recent.
I don't know.
Not recent. I'll give you that. It's not too recent.
The other 3?
So you only have 2 more.
Only 2. Okay, it was 4.
Only 2 more.
Okay.
So the other 2. 4th. Neither one of them were very recent?
I would say no.
Okay.
And by I would say no, I mean no. I just don't want to give you too good of a hint. But that was a good question to ask.
Okay. Sure. There's nothing wrong with being on the right track.
No, yeah, you're definitely on the right track.
I was thinking, my mind went to Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And the Wasp.
But that was at the high. That was between Infinity and Endgame.
Right.
So I don't think that was going to be low.
But I'll say I didn't see that in theaters.
You didn't?
I did not.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. What about Ant-Man? The first one?
Ant-Man did better than the Thunderbolts. I don't have its numbers in front of me, but did better than the Thunderbolts. I will say one of these movies is obvious. It's one you would, if you were going to rank the MCU movies by box office. No, Captain Marvel did over $1 billion.
No, that
actually
was Endgame hype too.
Endgame hype, yeah.
Yeah. So
Incredible Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk is the 2nd worst grossing of all time. It did $264 million. So this last one did $370 million. Barely lost to the Thunderbolts.
Give us
and if you were going to definitely earlier MCU. And it's a movie that if you look back on it, people would never guess that it grossed 3rd worst of all time in the MCU.
I feel like it's going to hurt. Whatever it is, it's going to hurt me.
It is going to hurt. It hurt me. I couldn't believe it. I had to fact check this at 4 different locations.
Early MCU.
Phase 1?
Phase 1.
Wow. Iron Man 2.
No, not Iron Man 2. I think we look back on all these early Phase 1 movies and think they all...
Captain America, the First Avenger.
Captain America, the First Avenger grossed $370 million at the box office.
Wow.
3rd lowest grossing MCU film of all time.
I remember ordering it as a kid, ordering it off of like DirecTV on demand.
Yeah.
And watching it in my living room.
Yeah. I think looking back in retrospect, we all assumed they slapped at the box office and like blew up the MCU, but not all of them did. Yeah. Say Captain America, the First Avenger did $370 at the box office.
What a good fun fact.
That is an insane fact. If it was just 3 like bottom of the barrel MCU movies, I would have never mentioned it. But the fact that Captain America, the first Avenger, was one of them, I'm like, we have to throw this out on the pod.
That's
so
ridiculous.
That's crazy.
It's also a good sign for Thunderbolts fans. It's hey, Captain America didn't start great either. So
there you go.
You get them, you get these guys in the Avengers. They steal the show. You know, Florence. You put Florence Pugh on screen for even 5 minutes in the Avengers, she's going to steal the show.
Okay.
So you give these Thunderbolts a chance in the Avengers to capture fans' heart. We'll have a Thunderbolts sequel very soon. So not all hope is lost for Thunderbolts. So that's it for Marvel, unless y'all have any more box office.
Nah, Jenkins proposed a really good question that we'll get to later. At the end.
All right, there we go. All right, so we'll move over to DC. A little bit of DC news because this is a comic book in general podcast. Even though we took Bryce's Batman poster off the wall.
That's all right. I'm not there. You know I wouldn't let that slide if I was there.
It'll go back. Shout out our boy Jordan Hayes and the his guys for dropping off a couple posters for us. Got to make sure we shout them out on the pod because these
appreciated.
The beautiful posters that'll be here for a long time. Moving over to DC now though, it's still kind of Marvel. DC rumored to be looking at moving the new Supergirl movie from a mid to late June 2026 release up to the May 1st 2026 release date that is now vacated by Doomsday.
I didn't hear about this.
Bring it on.
That's awesome.
Bring it on, yeah.
How about that? There's, of course, just rumors at the moment. It's nothing officially confirmed by DC, but it's currently evaluating if they can finish the film sooner and potentially get it out to that May 1st release date. That the Avengers just love it because that is a major release date. Awesome. That is the first summer blockbuster of the year. Is typically that early May release date.
Set the tone. May gotta be awesome.
Yeah, that's like Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow's. I've told you this many times. It's in my top 5 comic runs, and apparently they're gonna go like
really close,
pretty shot for shot. So I'm very excited for that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a very interesting one, and you know, I think that'd be really cool to see a Supergirl movie in a headlining, you know, not like a midsummer release date, but like a truly like we have a lot of faith in this movie. We're gonna stick it at the start of the blockbuster season.
Sweet.
Please, DC.
Yeah, I want that.
You got my vote.
If they can make that happen, that'd be major. So, the one more DC news is just something that I've seen being reported as news all over social media this week. The estate of Joseph Schuster, who co-created Superman, is suing Warner Brothers Discovery and DC over copyright claims to the Superman character because the new Superman movie drops, a little over a month from now. And it happens every time. The estate of Joseph Schuster will sue DC and Warner Brothers Discovery every time they drop a new movie. A lot of people are claiming that the movie will likely be banned in Australia, Canada, and the UK because of new citing copyright laws, but that is far from the truth. I don't think that needs to... They've sued them and have had no success. So that was just something that almost felt like a counter news because I've seen it reported in so many different clickbait articles. It's almost like we need to say that is not true, and no one expects that movie to come out. It is fully expected to drop in all of those places. So
we stand for the
nothing
truth.
to worry about there. We do. There's nothing that drives me crazier than false information. So yeah, I felt like that was a necessary thing to tag on there, that they are being sued, but they never win. So I don't think there's any worry for our fans in Australia, Canada, and the UK. You'll get to see Superman without having to go find a bootleg link.
That's very Superman of you, Randy. Giving the people hope.
Yes. And now that we've mentioned it, though, watch them lose the lawsuit the one time. Like, now that we've brought it up.
Yeah, maybe 100% your fault, for sure.
Yeah, no, I'll raise the hand. I'll take that one. I'll fly bootleg. Never mind. Let me not say that. All right. Yeah. So that's it for the news. Wraps up the news segment, and we can go straight in to our other segments. So our news is done now. Does anybody want to start specifically here?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take it off. So we're going to hit our new guest that we have on the pod. We're going to go ahead and let you take it off. So again, introducing, this is Deanna, my little sister. She is another resident Marvel expert that we have in the household, who specializes in her loved female characters in the MCU. What do you think your pop collection's up to? And your rough guess, what do you think?
60 plus.
I got you. Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm about there.
Can you rattle off your 3? I know that's hard. Top 3 favorites that you have off the top of your head right now.
My pops.
Yep.
Definitely my Black Widow, my gold Black Widow.
Okay.
That's in the plastic casing.
And we'll get
I
those
have a
flashed
Scarlet
on the
Witch.
screen while you're talking.
Yes. My Scarlet Witch is also encased very nicely. And then, not MCU, and not Marvel at all, I have Leia on her little rider.
On the Speedster. That's a cool one, too.
It's very
that's
tough.
Awesome. So,
I'm
obviously,
huge.
Huge Black Widow fan, huge Scarlet Witch fan. That's who you rode behind forever. Right? You had to deal with a lot of fighting with the Black Widow movie and, some negatives around that.
I put up a big fight. And now it is getting a lot of love, I've seen.
It is getting
a lot of love since I saw Thunderbolts come out. It's been a lot more love for it.
It is very true how a lot of people have said it's way too overhated. It's good. So, yeah, that's awesome to see. So, to get you going, Deanna, we want you to give us your top 10 most powerful women in Marvel television that we have seen, not specifically, MCU, but in Marvel television that we have gotten to see on screen. Hit us with it.
All right, I got a few honorable mentions first.
Sure.
Gotta.
So we're going to hear Jane Foster. Definitely one of my honorable mentions.
Love and Thunder Jane Foster, or like Thor 1 Jane Foster?
Surely it's wielding Mjolnir Jane Foster.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Yes, female Thor.
Okay.
That's what we're getting.
There we go.
X-23.
That's a good one.
I love that show.
X-23.
Cool. Not in the top 10 is kind of crazy.
Wow, that is a little wild.
Just, we gotta wait.
If
There
these
you
are
go.
honorable
You're
mentions.
cooking.
Yeah, we got Proxima Midnight.
I
Okay.
love that
Full-time
show
baller.
so much.
It's great.
This is elite ball knowledge on display right
Ball
now.
knowledge is
Thank
crazy. I love
Come
that.
on.
Yeah, we got Mantis
Love
in the
Mantis.
honorable mentions. And the Ancient One also in the honorable
See,
mention.
I would have sworn the Ancient One was top 10. So I'm really excited. The hype for this top 10 is huge now. Are you going to go 10 to 1, please?
Yes, I'm going to.
Okay, just making sure.
All right.
1 to 10 would be
So at number
Oh.
10,
Okay.
we have Storm.
Storm. Omega
Storm,
level
the
mutant.
weather control. Crazy.
I like it.
Number 9, we have Jean Grey.
At 9.
Yes. Now, you're
At
specific
9.
about it not being Phoenix Force, but Jean Grey.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That's fair.
At number 8, we have Cersei.
I love Cersei.
I'll always respect an Eternal shout.
I love Eternals.
Yes, love Eternals, by the way. I also thought that movie got too much hate. Love Eternals. Great movie. Great
Preach.
movie. At number 7, we have Cassandra Nova
Nova.
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Deadpool.
She's a problem.
Wolverine.
She stuck her hands in a guy's head.
She's a
She
problem.
is a problem. I want to see more of her, though.
Okay.
She
fair
picked
enough.
I
guys'
want to
nose.
see more of her.
Fair
We
enough.
might get more.
Probably
of it.
won't
We
be able
might.
to.
Anybody who can pick a guy's nose from the back of his head, that's really
That's
powerful.
that's huge.
Wow.
It is crazy.
Okay.
At number 6, strictly just because of how much we've seen of her so far,
All right.
America Chavez.
Yeah,
We haven't seen too much. I definitely believe she will be climbing that list.
Okay.
100%.
At number 5, we have Agatha.
Agatha Harkness.
Okay.
Agatha. Yes.
We can respect that.
And then here's my big hot take one that I think a lot of people are going to take it as a hot take. I think you, majorly.
Okay.
Wait, at number 4, we have Captain Marvel.
Captain
Okay.
Marvel at 4.
That's okay.
I mean,
I dig
yeah,
it.
at 4. I honestly thought she might be higher.
Right.
At number 3, we have Hela on Asgard.
Oh, yeah. No.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
See,
you're on
that's, yeah. To have her above, yeah. Captain Marvel is a hot take, but I respect it.
No, she's
Asgard.
wonderful.
I've never seen somebody just stop Mjolnir
Yeah.
and just crumble it.
Nuts.
It's a tremendous point.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
it's,
everybody
great
dropped their jaws on that one.
yeah.
It's a good one.
At number 2, the people who've seen Agatha all along, we have Lady Death, who's the Green Witch.
Lady Death.
She symbolizes death.
Okay.
That is a hot
That's a pull for sure.
She,
Thanos' baby mama. Lady Death.
she's,
Comic knowledge right there.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And number one, who,
Yeah.
I
if
know
you
where
know
this
me,
one's going,
it's
of
not a
course.
shock.
Oh yeah.
We have the Scarlet Witch
Yeah.
with the Darkhold,
Of course.
everything. Don't think anybody can stop her
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
except herself, which we
Sure.
saw.
No. We'll see.
respect
think
the
we'll get a
list.
lot more Scarlet Witch. A very good list.
I respect the
you.
top 10.
Scarlet Witch
Yeah.
at number 1.
We
I'm a little
don't
iffy
see
on
any
that
more
too,
of her.
Fair enough.
I
Yeah.
might cry.
I love it. I think we all agree the number 1 there, Scarlet Witch, is the number 1 we have seen, right?
With what they did in Multiverse of Madness, with however they handled it, whatever. But yeah, I mean they blew her out the water as far as power
What
level.
mouth?
It's too bad she's
Yeah.
dead.
Shout out to that one.
Yeah, too bad
All right.
she's
No.
no.
There's a
She'll
lot
be
of
back,
takes.
I'm sure.
A lot of
I
takes
know.
on that.
I won't believe it.
I'll find some sort of absurd thing to do if Elizabeth Olsen's not in Avengers Doomsday or
I'm
Secret
saying-
Wars. I'll find
Deanna
some
made
bad.
a really
I mean,
good point. Deanna made a really good
Yep.
point to me when we were just talking about this. It's been a week or two, but talking about
Mhm.
Elizabeth Olsen
Mhm.
and promoting every single movie that she has been asked about ahead of time, she has
She
always
said no.
that
She said
in.
she's never going to be in it. She said it about like Endgame, Infinity War.
So
all
we
those.
can't exactly just take her word for it
Yeah.
for her because she has
No,
said that
she's
she's
always
not
been
in
a liar.
any of the future upcoming Marvel
Yeah.
projects.
She
though.
said that she's
not
hanging
coming back,
up.
She's dead.
All right,
There's
See-
whispers.
I'm down now.
I don't think a mountain can kill the most powerful.
That's what.
That's
see,
what
if you
I
were
mean.
it was an
Yeah, it's just a
off-screen
mountain.
death. People have
It
their
was.
questions.
There
This
was
is on
no
screen. It's
body,
all
no
your
nothing. She could have walked out. I don't know.
Possible.
Okay.
I will not believe
She
it.
could have went to a different reality. She has that ability.
She does
She
have
coulda
that
just
ability.
dipped. That is a fact. All right, but to close that out now, okay, it's a question that's been circulating hugely
Yeah.
since Thunderbolts has come out. But I'm gonna take one of your favorite characters now too, and I'm
All
really
right.
interested to hear your opinion on it. But people have claimed that Yelena Belova is a
Mhm.
better Black Widow than Natasha
Mhm.
Romanoff. My
Yeah.
partner here is one of those believers.
That-
Not even close.
Randy.
This guy.
So I'm gonna
It's
be on
one
the
of those
opposite side
believers
of
as
that
well.
as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and Deanna, I'm gonna let you talk first on what your opinions are on that and why.
Okay. Well, people will say that she's better because like she was in it for longer. Like Black Widow got out, she joined the Avengers, blah blah
In the
blah.
Red Room.
Yes, she was in the Red Room for a lot longer. But I do think she has the potential
Okay.
to be better. But as of right now, she's not even close. Not close.
Mm-hmm.
Randy?
You know, but
Yeah, I mean, if Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow met up with Yelena Belova's Black Widow,
yeah,
with the intent to kill,
yep,
Yelena Belova's killing her.
absolutely not.
I agree.
Absolutely not.
I agree.
Yelena Belova's killing her.
I don't think I can
Absolutely
stand on
not. I cannot.
I get it for sure. Like I understand, like with the emotional connection we had. What 10 years of MCU with Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow,
that. Sure.
roughly,
Mhm.
and we're just meeting Yelena Belova's.
Yeah, but she's still
She seems different to me.
she's still young and unexperienced. She doesn't have
She's a
to.
baller. Okay. I'll go
She-
ahead and I'll give my answer now. She's a baller for sure. Can handle herself by any means. That girl, okay, does not go jumping off Cap's shield, ready to hop on an alien ship in Avengers 1 like Natasha will. She's not about that action as much. Okay? I'm sure she can handle herself. Natasha Romanoff. Now, going into the void, I
I
get
know,
it.
I feel like I know it.
I was
Walk
gonna say
into
she
the
stepped
void.
into the void.
My hot take on that is she was trying to see Natasha again.
She was in a rough
Nah,
spot.
she knew what she was doing.
She was in a rough spot. She very emotional
And she,
right
yeah,
now.
that was a friend that she was going to see. Like and they were like,
She was going to
they
save
had a
him.
relate. Yeah, for sure.
Natasha ain't stepping no void. That's all I'm saying.
Natasha
That's
would
awesome.
jump into the void, ready to fight the void.
Also, you said the shield thing. She didn't jump on a shield. She jumped on Red Guardian's hand, which is the exact same thing.
Yeah, they tried to duplicate that.
Yeah, they did it better.
Mm-mm. No shot.
They did it
Aura,
better.
the aura levels aren't even close yet, for sure. That's a fact.
I disagree.
Crazy.
The over the head shot at the beginning of Thunderbolts when she's going through the lab. Come on.
Super cool.
Come
Super
on.
cool. But no, Natasha on the ship at the beginning of Captain America and the Winter Soldier, handling all the people, handling all the guards on the ship, going down, not what, 2 dudes out and then and going down the zip line, shooting the people going down. Ridiculous.
So tough.
Yeah. It's tough.
One of my favorite scenes.
Yeah, it was
One of my favorite.
That's true.
Yeah,
Good
she's all
arguments there,
about
for sure.
all about Flash and posing, and Yelena's not about that. She gets it done. That's all I'm saying.
You don't
She's
get
not
a pose
I like
until
that.
the aura's there.
She's not a poser. She's not a poser.
The
That's all
aura's
I'm
not
saying.
there.
Ah,
You can't be.
she's
She doesn't
starting
need
to
aura.
develop
She just gets it
something.
done.
Surely we'll get a Scarlett Johansson, Yelena Below. I keep calling her Scarlett Johansson. That is her name. But
That is
we'll get
her
a Natasha Romanoff and Yelena Belova team up in Avengers, right? I think we're gonna get evil Avengers in Avengers Doomsday, so we may get to settle this debate.
We might.
That'll be really fun.
I do
With the
love
intent
the
to kill
conversation.
there.
I do love the conversation. I think it's a good conversation to have. It's way too early, I think. I just don't. I don't think. I think people have just jumped on her a little too fast. And
Yeah.
Natasha Romanoff is as legit as it gets. So that's just. I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on. I'm
That's
with you.
fair.
I'm
Deanna.
hanging on to that. Yes.
Hang on as long as you can, I guess.
I reckon so.
They'll switch over, Randy. They'll switch over to our side.
No,
All right.
I will not. I'm backing Yelena.
There you go. I hear you. And that's fine.
I can't jump on that quite yet. We haven't seen not too much of her.
All right, Randy.
I haven't seen it. I have not seen enough to
And I agree.
say she's better.
All right, Randy. You got something prepared for us. What you got?
I do. And this game, we're gonna play a little game here.
Okay.
I have a movie cast in front of me, and this is gonna be for all parties. So Deanna, Bryce, and Jenkins, everybody can make an attempt at this game.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you all the cast of this movie, one by one. I will read out a member of the cast, and whoever can guess the movie and the least amount of cast members will win. No prize. We don't have a prize, but you'll win the game.
Wow.
You'll win
Yeah, we
something.
got to
So
do
this is a
better
very
on our
fun
prize
game.
pool.
We'll work on it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, we're getting there.
We'll see if we can get a sponsor or something.
How many do
one
you
day.
have? How many movies do you have?
So I just have one movie for now. But if
Okay.
you wanted to do multiple movies, it won't be hard to get a second movie up.
I see. I got to figure out
So
how
we're
the
gonna-
guesses will work, not in the next person's favor.
Yeah, so we'll do one movie at a time.
Okay.
Or one actor at a time. You get a movie, guess,
Right.
and go from there. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Our first actress off this cast is Margot Robbie.
All right.
Okay. Margot Robbie.
Margot
to
Robbie.
lead it off. Okay.
What order are we
Do
going?
y'all
in
want to
here?
guess? Do you guess?
Right. That's what we got to figure
yeah.
out.
Do you just want to shout it out whenever you have a guess?
All right. We'll go ahead and shoot then.
I mean, do I get a guess for each cast member?
You get a guess for each cast member. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I'm going Birds of Prey.
Ugh.
I'll wait until y'all all give y'all's guesses
Okay.
to give you a yes or a no. There we go.
I'm going to go OG Suicide Squad.
Gosh, that was about to be mine.
Do you have
That's
a-
what
you
I
have
was
a
about to
guess?
say. The OG Suicide Squad. That's
Okay.
what I was.
Is that your guess?
Okay.
That was what I was going to say. Yeah.
Do you want to put it in there?
Go ahead.
All right, it's not. No, nobody got it. So we'll give you another
Okay.
one.
That's fine.
Good.
Next cast member, Ryan Gosling.
All right, that's crazy.
You can go ahead.
I'll shoot it. Barbie would be
Yeah.
the guess. Okay. So
There we go.
I'll knock that one out. And
Does anybody
Do I
have any other guesses
another
other than
guess?
Barbie?
I do
Is
not.
he in
No,
Batman?
you're good.
I don't think he is.
mm-mm.
You like Barbie as your guess, Deanna?
Yeah, I'm good with that one.
Jenkins, do you have an alternative guess?
Give me a second.
Okay.
If you can come up with another one, then
That's what I'm
you're probably going
thinking.
to get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
because
thinking.
that's going to be impressive.
Honestly, that's what. Yeah, I'm not sure how many movies they've been in together.
Right.
There's not many, right?
Can't be.
Yeah.
They were in Barbie together, though. That is confirmed.
That is a fact.
Yeah. Great movie, also.
So it could
I'll
be
say
Barbie.
I'll say Barbie. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
All right.
Okay, no, it's not Barbie.
How about
So we're
that?
gonna move
Okay,
on to the
cool.
next one.
That's exciting. Let's go.
I'll throw a wild one. I think I have 9.
Okay.
I'll throw a wild one out there. Selena Gomez.
Wow. Huh?
And I will say this is one of my favorite movies.
Really?
This is one I love. This movie. I've seen it multiple times.
Is it
One of my boys texted me last night. I was like, I need a movie to watch. I told him this movie.
Okay.
Is it like an
Fancy.
animated movie?
It is not
There it
animated.
is.
That's a tremendous question. It is not
That's a
animated.
great guess.
All right.
All right, you want the next one?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Marissa Tomei.
Okay.
I got a guess.
Okay.
Crazy Stupid Love.
All right. Does anybody else?
I just watched Crazy Stupid Love. I do not remember Margot Robbie.
I don't either.
in
but
Crazy
maybe she has,
Stupid
like, a
Love. Right.
Crazy.
And that would be a
weird one.
crazy shout. So that's a great guess. And I don't remember Selena in Crazy
I
Stupid
don't
Love.
either. I was throwing out there.
Yes, yeah. Marissa Tomei, Ryan Gosling. That's all I can
So
think of
anybody
either.
good, Deanna?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, onward.
All right, no, not Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah, I didn't think
We'll
of
move
it.
on to the next. All right, we're on to some bigger, some big hitters now. We've hit some big hitters, but
Those are big
got some
hitters
more.
for sure.
we're gonna go with Brad Pitt.
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
This is one-
I think I have it.
I
Shoot
know
it.
another guess, but I don't know if that's the movie.
Maybe not. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna throw out Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's where I was leaning.
Okay.
Because that gives you Margot, that gives you Pitt.
Those are the two.
Right.
Yeah.
No? Selena being somewhere in that wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't
Yeah.
remember her being in that.
Or Marissa Tomei.
Right.
Deanna, any other guesses from you? Nope. We got a no from Deanna. Bryce Jenkins.
Onward. Jenkins.
Onward. All right.
Yep.
No, it's not. It was not. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I mean, somebody's gonna throw out guesses here.
No, I believe you.
Steve Carell.
Crazy Stupid Love.
It has to
What?
be, right?
Yeah. See, I tried to.
What is this?
This is incredible.
It's an absurd cast. for
If you
sure.
would have
This
went
is-
Steve
this is-
Carell, Ryan Gosling, Marissa Tomei, and it.
I thought about
Right,
doing
this
it
is
too.
insane. Wow.
Point of the game is definitely to have some misdirection.
Yeah, no,
as
this is.
part
I
of
like
the,
this.
the reading
'cause
out the
this
cast.
is all over the place.
It's tickling your brain for sure, isn't it?
I mean, what is
It has
this?
to be.
And I'm telling, I've seen this movie
We don't
a
really
good
need
many
movie.
times.
I'm gonna go Babylon.
It's not Babylon.
Okay,
Not
Okay.
Babylon.
go ahead.
I'll give you one more. I'll give you the final cast member,
Okay.
and then I'll give you the year it came out if still needed.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Christian Bale.
What is this movie?
This is a crazy.
I think I
What is
actually-
this movie?
I think I know.
Deanna thinks she knows.
I think I
Go
know.
for it.
What is it, Deanna?
I think it's The Big Short.
She does have an appearance.
From downtown.
It is.
How
The
do you
Big
know
Short.
that?
I've seen it like once.
Yeah, because she just has the super famous bathtub like scene cameo where she's like talking stocks or whatever.
Indeed. Yeah.
Crazy.
Describing how the housing market works. That's the same way Selena Gomez got in there as well. Was just that little
Okay.
short cameo.
Mhm.
So a couple of those, and it was a nice way to throw y'all off on that one. But that's
Yes.
a really fun game to play.
That's fantastic.
Maybe
What
make
an
that like
elite
a
cast.
weekly feature on the pod. Major cast too.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Major cast
Like
really hard to
schmucks
find.
over.
We'll maybe make it a weekly segment on the pod. I ran a couple test runs on Oracle, Katie behind the camera,
Oracle.
and just to make sure the game would be fun to play, and it very much is. So maybe we could bring that back a time or two.
I love it.
Yeah. So next segment, I believe, would be Jenkins.
Jinx.
I got one for Bryce here.
Okay.
All right.
So I went through Bryce's letterbox and I picked 5 movies.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get you to just blind rank them.
Blind rank 5.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give
I love
them.
blind rankings.
I'm gonna give them to you in the order that I randomly picked them.
Sure.
So there was no, thought process to the order that I'm giving you these.
All right. Do you want me to rate these? For me, like me, my enjoyment, my personal, not all time.
Well,
like
yeah, you're gonna put them in the
Yeah.
spots before I give you the rest of them.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. My
you ready?
rating. How? Okay. Let's
Yeah,
go.
these are completely random, so this isn't like any type of franchise or anything.
Right.
So this
Movie.
this is gonna be
5.
cool.
Blind ranking.
This could go anywhere, is what
Sure.
I'm saying.
Right.
All right. Movie number 1. We're going with The Maze Runner. The first movie.
First Maze Runner. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna very comfortably put that at 5
At last.
for me.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
good movie. I mean, I enjoyed it, but for me personally, yeah, I put that at 5.
All right. Number 2, we have starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, The Game Plan.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That last place went real quick.
Yeah, that's crazy. It is a good film, really good. That's cute, super cute. You know what? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna put myself in a really bad spot.
You see where we're
You
going.
never
here,
start a blind ranking with a 5.
Anything could pop up here.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna think ahead here. I'm gonna put it at 3.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Leave it
because
at
I
that.
do really. It is super cute. It's a super cute movie. I enjoy it.
I was gonna play the role of your
And-
caddy there and suggest you pull a little
Yeah.
4-iron out.
You ready for
That was
number
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm comfortably. I want to put it at 4, but I have no clue where this is gonna go.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm gonna give
started
myself.
off with 5, which was crazy.
you always start with 3, no matter what it is.
In my mind, I was thinking way too high of cinema.
You were.
I
course.
think, to keep going. All right, let's go.
All right. So you're putting it at 3.
At 3.
All right. Movie number 3.
Okay.
You got Gladiator.
Fantastic. Absolutely. In my letterbox 4, fantastic. So you could also follow it up with another letterbox 4,
I could. Yeah.
which would be crazy. But for that, I can comfortably put that at. Yeah, I'll put that at number 1.
Okay.
I'll go number 1.
All right, so
for
you have-
Gladiator.
So you have 2 and 4 left.
2 and 4.
I have Silence of the Lambs.
Awesome. Number 2, favorite horror movie of all time.
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies of all time in my top 10 personally. It's phenomenal. One of the best on-screen villains ever. An incredible performance from our girl Clarice Starling. So Jodie Foster is incredible. Her best performance ever. Almost a perfect movie. It's a 5-star movie for me. So going 2 5 stars.
Okay.
And the game plan is crazy. So Silence of the Lambs number 2.
I think you're gonna end up liking this list
Okay.
pretty good because your last movie is Batman Forever.
Oh my gosh, that's is that George Clooney or is that Val Kilmer?
That's Val
Val
Kilmer.
Kilmer's?
That's Val Kilmer.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that might be.
Nah,
5.
I'll switch maybe. I
Yeah.
don't
Well, you
know.
can't switch it now, but
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I love that list. If I had to die on that list, I'm cool with that for
Okay.
sure.
So you had Gladiator, Silence of the Lambs,
Which I think's 100% correct.
The Game Plan,
That's a wrinkle.
Batman Forever, and then Maze Runner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, that's
I'll
right.
stand on that.
That's a pretty good blind.
Shout out Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Let's go. And is it Allison Pettis? Is that
It's something Pettis.
Madison Pettis.
Madison Pettis.
Shout out Madison Pettis and Dwayne the Rock Johnson making my list.
You're
Number
sneaking
3.
into the 3.
Let's go. That's awesome. All right, Randy, I have something for you, pal. Okay, so we both obviously Jenkins too. I'm trying to get Deanna. All the comments blast Deanna because it's her choice that she hadn't seen this by now. But on Invincible, okay.
Yeah.
So huge Invincible fans.
I
Jenkins has loved
I
it.
have started.
If you'd really have started, you'd have finished it by now. Because it's the best.
I got it really into it last night. Actually, was up till
Okay.
about 2:33.
You wouldn't have went to sleep. It's the best
My
series. It is the best series.
I'm so sorry.
The best animated
Randy-
series ever made.
Animated series ever made
Wow.
at 3 seasons, which
Yeah.
may be a little simmering. I might simmer a little bit on the tape
It's
just
just gonna
because
get
it's
better.
only 3 seasons right now.
It's just gonna get better. Trust.
Probably.
I love
It's
it.
unbelievable. Yeah. So anyway, but we also have a shared hatred of Mark Grayson.
Indeed,
Okay?
we do.
And the fact that this man cannot win a fight to save his life.
Can't do it.
Okay. The only fights he's ever won are street level without tremendous help from
Yeah.
somebody else. So what I have compiled is a list of people that I'm going to go through, and I
Okay.
want you to speak when I say somebody that Mark Grayson can beat in a fight.
You might not hear me talk for a
It's-
long time, Bryce.
I told Jenkins you might not be talking, you know?
We might go the whole list.
It's a one-sided conversation. That's
Could be. It's going to be a one-sided conversation, okay?
I'm
And the
live.
takes are going to get progressively hotter, okay?
Okay.
Now, here we go. Starting off the list, I have Clark Kent Superman. Not even close. Okay? So, going on. I'm sure that's consensus. Not even close, right? Now, I have Thor. No chance. I love it. Okay? Bruce Banner. Hulk. Absolutely.
Throwing it away is crazy.
Century. Okay. Captain Marvel. All right, no chance. The Flash.
Nothing.
No.
Right, not even a peep.
I agree. We are 100% together on this so far. Okay. Green Lantern.
Okay.
Love it. Aquaman. Comfortable.
I think I might have hesitated on that one.
Okay.
I think I might have, but
All right.
go ahead.
Onward. Infinity War Iron Man. I don't think so either.
Wow.
I don't think so. I truly believe
His
that.
mouth is sealed.
Toe-to-toe with Thanos. No chance Mark Grayson can beat him in a fight. Not in these seasons, he can't. Now, I do want to clarify. This is what we have seen so far through 3 seasons of animated TV Invincible. Okay? We have not read the whole omnibus. We have not gone through the Invincible comics. I'm sure he levels up at some point. I pray he does. Okay? But yeah, so far. So yeah. Infinity War Iron Man. No chance. All right. Captain America. Ooh!
That's okay. Yeah,
No.
that's
Okay.
okay. Draw the line. And let
Okay.
me clarify. Mark Grayson could beat most of that list if he didn't just have this like he just wants to not win fights. It's unreal the amount of just he just is like nah, I'm done. I don't want. He's the equivalent of it'd be like if a football team was winning a game and turned around and handed the ball to the other team. Was like nah, don't want to do it.
We're
He
done
could.
scoring.
He's extremely powerful. He has all
Right.
the ability in the world, but nobody gets beat in their own show more than Mark Grayson in Invincible. It's unreal.
Absolutely not. There's no way.
It's absurd. So
However, he is the king of I can do this all day.
I guess so.
yeah, he can do this all day, but
He
yeah,
does shake.
it's crazy.
He does shake back a good bit.
Yeah.
But then he gets pummeled again. So
It's truly outstanding. I love the
it's
show. Though.
unbelievable.
Love the character.
For sure. I'm
My
a
favorite-
Mark Grayson fan.
Yeah.
He would not
absolutely.
be anywhere in my early draft picks to fight for me.
No. If he was a defender for me, I'd be really concerned. And in a defender versus attacker battle.
The rest of this list, I have Batman.
Okay, I wouldn't have said
Okay.
anything.
Yeah, that's my guy right there.
Yeah.
That's my guy. And then I have my dog Bruno.
Your dog Bruno, honestly, I feel like he wouldn't hit a dog. So he'd probably lose.
I just feel like he'd find a way.
He'd find a way. He'd be like, nah,
He'd find a way to lose.
I can't hit dogs. I thought about, genuinely, he just, I don't know. I thought about saying yes to Captain Marvel, but she's really powerful. So I'm going to say no.
Yeah, no chance. Nah, there's no way.
She's on a different level. So, but Captain
For
America
sure.
is, at the end of the day, just a dude with, human created serum.
Super
And,
soldier.
Yeah, Mark's half Viltrumite, so I got to give him that.
Which, yeah. No,
That'd be
he
one of those
does get
fights,
the
though,
edge.
It'd just be the longest fight ever. I don't know if anybody would win that fight.
Yeah,
they
they're not
both can
quitting.
do that all
Cap ain't
day.
quitting. Right.
Cap's not quitting,
Yeah.
and Mark's not going to do anything in his ability to win the fight. So they just go all day.
And that's really the point of the segment. You made a great point. Mark has the ability to fight that entire list, the ability to at least hang. Now, Superman, I'm a firm believer that Superman packs up pretty much everybody. I'm a big, firm believer in Superman. But his biggest competitor is himself, and he just. And I really thought we were going to go in. I really thought we were going to go in a different direction with the start of season 3 because they were doing that whole training montage, talking about how much faster he's gotten, how much stronger he's gotten. And then he ended up getting pieced up early by, I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but somebody he shouldn't have, and wasn't throwing punches hard enough, was getting hit way too hard, wasn't as fast. The speed was a huge thing of how much faster he's gotten, and it hadn't shown. So it was incredibly disappointing. But what's one of the last sentences that he said in the season? We've made this point a couple times talking.
Yes.
But like he says that he is prepared to kill.
I'm killing people now.
I'm ready to kill, and that has me, not advocating for people dying, but I want to see a Mark Grayson who's not afraid to kill. That's very exciting. I cannot wait.
All right, so now what I have for us, okay, is I have a general question, one of my favorite cinema questions of all time that I think about all the time. All right, so maybe it's a little unfair for me, but I do think about this all the time. Okay, if you were to take any 3 actors or actresses, okay, and you get their entire film catalog, what 3 people would you choose to watch? And you can only watch their movies for the rest of your life, and you get to choose 3. Who are the 3 people that you go with?
I just thought of a new one.
Oh, yeah? So I'll lead it off. So number 1 for me is Samuel L. Jackson. His catalog is insane. It gives you 15 Marvel movies. We covered that in the first episode. I think it's
somewhere around 15. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. And then you have movies like Pulp Fiction, A Time to Kill, which is one of my favorite movies of all time with Matthew McConaughey. The Incredibles, okay, which gives you then Goodfellas, Jurassic Park, small role, okay, which is crazy. Kingsman, you got Glass, Hateful Eight, the first prequels of the Star Wars. You got all 3 prequels as Mace Windu, giving you The Other Guys, Coach Carter, The Negotiator, Jackie Brown. So, I mean, his catalog is huge, and it goes on and on, too. He has a ton of, different cameos and stuff like that. So, it's such a massive pull, I think. And the number 2 for me is absolutely Matt Damon. He's incredible. He is in my favorite movie of all time, giving me Good Will Hunting to watch. I can rewatch that every day. My favorite of all time, tied with A Few Good Men, Tom Cruise. But then going on, you get Interstellar because he has his cameo, which is awesome. The whole Bourne series, Oppenheimer, The Departed, The Martian, Rounders, Saving Private Ryan, Air, Ford v Ferrari, Invictus, the whole Ocean series, 11 through 13, Legend of Bagger Vance, Talented Mr. Ripley, Thor Ragnarok as Loki, and Love and Thunder, actually, is in that too. Yeah. So Matt Damon being number 2 for me. And then 3 is actually a big toss-up. If you were to ask me my 3 favorite actors, it'd be Matt Damon and then Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. And both of those are honorable mentions for this list too, but they just don't have a deep enough bag. Their bag is incredible of what they do. Okay? It's just not quite deep enough. So at number 3 for me is Leonardo DiCaprio, making it number 3. Okay? Yeah. So gives me Titanic, Wolf of Wall Street, The Revenant, Inception, which is in my top list of movies all time, Shutter Island, Catch Me If You Can, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Killers of the Flower Moon, Departed. It goes on and on. Great Gatsby, which is a favorite of Jenkins. Man in the Iron Mask, which is underrated movie for me. So those would be my 3: Samuel L. Jackson, Matt Damon, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Gives me enough movies. I think I'm set. So if I could only watch those movies for the rest of my life, that'd be my list.
Very good list. Keep yourself very entertained on your deserted island with those 3 actors.
There we go.
Jenkins, you gonna go next year?
Yeah, it's hard not to copy any of those, to be honest. I think one different that I would do is probably Stan Lee, just because all my favorite rewatchable movies are the early Marvel movies, the early 2000s. All Tobey Maguire movies. I get the Fantastic Four, and then I do get some of the early MCUs. But I could watch any of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies as many times in a row as I wanted, and be okay and be entertained. So definitely have that one on there. It's hard not to steal the Damon one. I know I said I was gonna try not to steal any of
That's okay. No, I want to see where everybody's head is at. And if our head's in the right place, I mean, hey.
Yeah, I think
in the same place.
Matt Damon's on there.
Okay.
I mean, Interstellar. Just Interstellar alone, being able to have that one, and then everything else he's done.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the third one, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on it a little bit. Okay. Benedict Cumberbatch is my favorite actor.
Right.
But again, bag.
Right. What's the bag look like?
Yeah. I mean,
because the rest of your life,
Yeah. But I do love me some Benedict Cumberbatch.
Sure.
So I'm gonna have to think about the third one. I'll throw it to Randy while I think.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off with probably my hottest take.
All right.
First one I'm gonna take is Andrew Garfield.
Garfield.
Because that gives me both his Spider-Mans, which I can watch
And you're set.
those back to back all day long. That's pretty much all I need. It also gives me The Social Network, which I love that movie. It gives me No Way Home, so it gives me another Spider-Man movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And probably there'll be some future stuff. Gives me a decent. I'm not a huge category, but that's a quality pick in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now I need some quantity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So I'm gonna stay in the Marvel area.
Okay.
Because I love Marvel movies, but it's also gonna give me some out of the Marvel stuff. Robert Downey Jr.
All right.
is a big one for me. It gives me Sherlock Holmes. I also get Oppenheimer. I was trying to figure out a way to get Oppenheimer.
Okay.
I didn't know if we were just doing movies or TV shows. Because we were doing TV shows, I might have went Cillian Murphy.
If we're doing TV shows, it is Benedict Cumberbatch because Sherlock is my favorite.
Your favorite?
Is my favorite
right.
show of all time.
Sure.
Yeah. So we're just doing movies, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. For this question.
Cillian Murphy could not have gotten me Peaky Blinders, so I had to go. Cillian Murphy actually is interesting. Now that I'm pondering that question, but I'm gonna stick with Robert Downey Jr. Because that gives you all the early MCU. He has a decent outside the MCU category as well. Gives you a lot of different options, and then my last one is Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah. Tom Hanks. That gets
That's
me
good.
Forrest Gump. Catch Me If You Can.
Right.
All the Toy Stories.
Yes.
Gives you the Polar Express. Around Christmas, I need something to watch during Christmas. I can watch the
Great
Polar
movie.
Express.
Fantastic.
So that's I feel pretty comfortable with my three that I'll keep myself entertained in a unique way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that list.
There we go. Deanna?
Deanna.
All right. Well, y'all have mentioned two of mine
Okay.
already.
We'll talk.
So I'm gonna start off with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Gives me Titanic, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Love romance movies. Got Wolf of Wall Street, Inception, also up there. And it also, hot take movie, it gives me Django. It's a really funny movie.
It's something.
That's good.
It's something. It's really,
It's in my top 5.
It's
We'll go on to
incredibly
the
done,
next.
yeah, for sure.
yeah. Give me Scarlett Johansson. You got The Prestige, which is definitely top 3 of
Great
mine.
pull for The Prestige.
Yes.
I wanted to include The Prestige somehow, and that both my actors, Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, and couldn't get either one of them. ScarJo is a great way to
Prestige,
get it.
great movie.
Yep.
I get The Jungle Book. I get Lucy, which is also another great movie.
Underrated.
Get The Avengers, Iron Man 2, Black Widow. And for my last one, I got Tom Hanks.
Okay.
Which gives me Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan, A Man Called Otto, Toy Story. He is in Cars as well.
Is he in Cars?
He is in Cars.
That's who?
Gosh, I gotta find it.
Oracle, check that. Yeah. Throw that over to Oracle.
I got
Hey,
one.
check that.
I got my last one.
But
That's
yes,
crazy. I did not know Tom Hanks is in Cars. That's major.
It is.
I bet he makes an end credit sequel, like appearance. I think Buzz and Woody. I think they do like a whole Pixar as Cars thing.
They do. That's what it
he's
is.
in. I bet that's what it is.
Fancy.
That's Woody Car. Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
what Katie. That's what Oracle says. Woody Car. There you go. That's ball knowledge for me right there. Knowing that he's in the end
Nice.
credit scene. It counts though. So
It
that's
does.
a good
He's
list.
in it, so
Yeah, I do like that
That's
list.
mine.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
And,
That's a great list.
and ScarJo's
Jenkins, yeah.
ScarJo's bag's really deep too, and some
it
early
is.
projects.
She's got great
and-
movies.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
gives you her
Definitely my favorite actress.
and just her voice the
All
whole
time.
time. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's fantastic. Nice list, Deanna.
I got one.
Very good.
I got a great pool that you're all gonna be jealous of. Okay. I went deep in my bag.
Okay.
And I'm going
Okay.
with for my third, Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis is a great pull.
It gives
that is
me
a
the
tremendous
entirety of the
pull.
Lord of the Rings,
Yep.
the Batman,
Yep.
Black Panther, The Prestige, Star Wars, Avengers: Age of Ultron, 13 going on 30, all of the Rise of the Planet of the Apes movies.
Right.
Oh
You
my
got
god.
The Adventures of
Those are
Tintin,
great.
Flushed Away, and a couple of other ones on here that, I mean,
I love that.
I'm
That's
okay with that.
really good.
That is a tremendous deep pool. That's really good.
That's a talented
My
man.
fourth, my honorable mention would have been Johnny Depp. I almost threw him on my list.
Ooh.
Johnny Depp's good.
that is a
I'm kind of shocked he
That
didn't,
is
he
a
didn't get a
genre
mention.
in its own.
It is for sure.
It is. But no, that's it. Andy Serkis probably, if we're gonna rank all the pools we put on all of our lists, Andy Serkis is probably the best one.
That's a great
That was
pool
really good
for
pool.
sure. 100%.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to close us out, in honor of the NBA playoffs, not just the playoffs, but the finals going on right now.
Finals.
Shout out Halliburton. What the Halliburton?
What in the Halliburton?
With his game winner. We're going to draft a MCU, Randy.
Should we just do
Should we
MCU?
narrow it down? We've been pretty MCU focused.
Okay.
Doing
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. We can get out of that. We can go. You want to do it different, or do you want it more encompassing?
We'll stick to MCU.
Okay.
We'll
All right.
stick to MCU.
MCU starting 5 through positions. Okay, so you gotta, if you want to go multi-guard or multi-big, that's completely up to you. However you want to run your lineup. Okay, and we're gonna do a draft. Okay, so we'll just go around. We're gonna give Deanna the honor.
So I actually did a random
Okay.
order generator,
Talk to me.
and it does. Deanna did go first.
I knew,
Oh, wow.
I just knew that.
Deanna, Jenkins, Bryce, and then me. I'll go last.
Are we snaking this?
Will's I've got to snake it. It's
Perfect.
not a true draft.
Right.
It's not snaked.
No, we got to snake.
So
Okay.
we'll do a snake draft. We want your starting 5, all MCU. Deanna, you can pick first. I think
All right.
there should be a consensus number 1 pick, but if he falls to me at 4, I'm gonna be really happy.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, you're not.
I'm
ready
going
for
my
number one.
host player first.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me Surtur.
Oh my God. That's
Insane.
crazy. What a
Starting
dominant
off-
big.
Starting off hot.
Hot. Whoa,
Yeah.
pun
All
intended.
right.
Sorry. my
That's
bad.
crazy.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
Surtur.
This is gonna be unbelievably hot. Okay.
Okay.
I'm picking my shooting guard first.
Oh.
I'm going with a scorer.
Okay.
Played 18, shot 18. Give me Hawkeye.
There you
Hawkeye.
go.
He's not missing.
There you go.
God dang
He's
it.
not missing.
I love
Great
it.
pick.
Why would I not take
That's a
him?
great pick.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. All right, Bryce.
All right. There's a couple different ways I can go with this too. Okay.
Okay.
But if we're gonna bang, all right, we're gonna have to be able to. We're gonna have to be able to bang down low.
Mhm.
Okay, and hold up down low.
Yeah.
Maybe we can cut out bang. All right.
Okay.
But if we're gonna be able to hold up down low, I'm gonna go with the person that was ready to go toe to toe with Surtur as my big. Give me the Incredible Hulk
Yeah, I love it.
at 5.
That's a good big.
I love it.
That's a good big. All right, so I got 2 picks back to back here since this is a snake draft.
Yep.
I really wanted Hawkeye. I feel like you need the shooter.
That's a great pick.
Played 18, shot 18. I figured if he was going to shoot 100 threes, he'd make 100 threes.
Yeah, he's not missing.
So I can't pick him. So I'm going to have to take Kate Bishop.
That's a great
Next best thing.
right.
Ooh.
Second
Next best thing, right?
great pull.
However,
And now that I have my shooter,
never
yeah,
mind.
close enough.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do I need to display my thoughts on that?
Sure, go ahead.
You can.
Hawkeye,
Feed me.
at least in the comics,
Mhm.
I don't know if this is MCU canon, has a superpower. Like he
That's true.
physically can't miss.
Things
Huh? Yeah, he can't,
can't
miss
miss things.
anything.
fancy.
Yeah.
Kate Bishop is just really good at bow and arrow.
Interesting.
That's true. That's true.
Hey,
I don't know if we ever
it's already
MCU
in.
canonized Hawkeye.
Yeah,
though.
I'll stick with your logic though with that. I like Kate Bishop at 2.
Yeah. So that's my Hawkeye replacement. I had that plan just in case. And so for my big, doesn't necessarily have to be. I'll say this is like a stretch 4.
Okay,
Can kind of play big and small.
sure.
We're gonna go Ant-Man.
I
Yeah,
love that pick.
Saw it coming.
It's who I was
Play
going
big
with.
and small.
It's who I was going with it too. So great pick.
I'm happy to steal him from you.
It's a great pick.
Back to you, Bryce.
All right. So then that is certainly going to leave me. I'm going to go more agility. Might be running point for me. Okay. He can be all over the court. He can certainly play great defense. Shout out to my boy. I'm not feeling so well, Mr. Stark. Give me Spider-Man at my second pick.
It's a great pool. All right, back to me. I'm also gonna hit with a stretch 4, and big emphasis on the stretch
Okay.
because I'm going Mr. Fantastic.
I love it.
He's in the MCU now. We're counting it. Right?
Sure, 100%.
Mr. Fantastic.
John Krasinski, Reed Richards, baby.
True. He's blocking every shot, right?
Got to.
He's going to get everything. Rebounds are his.
He'll certainly grab some boards.
He's dunking on just about everybody. I mean, he's stretching the ball around it. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I like that. It's a good pick. All right, Deanna, back to you.
Let's see. I don't know if I want to put him at my 1 or my 2.
Okay.
I'm going to go with my 1.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to take Quicksilver.
Fantastic.
That's a great pool.
Great pick. Great pick. You get 2 of them now.
Oh,
so you get to go back to back. I don't know if your brain's ready for it, but we are going to put you on a clock, and if you don't meet the clock, you will just be playing with 4. So you need to lock in here. Quicksilver's a good pick, though. I mean, is Fox canonized yet? Are you going with Ralph Bollner Quicksilver, or are you going with Avengers Age of Ultron Quicksilver?
Has to be my guy, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, he dies really quick, but other than that, not too bad.
All right, let's see. Let's go at my 3.
Okay.
Who I believe could make any shot possible, given the power, telekinesis. Give me Wanda.
Okay. Wanda,
you also get the sibling connection there.
Yeah,
I
at
do.
the 2 and the 3, so that's a big deal.
You got the chemistry going. Yeah, you have a Marvel Rivals team up.
You got a nice little Marvel Rivals team up. That's a good one. Yep. All right, Jenkins, back to you.
Okay. For my 3, don't know how much basketball ability I'm going to get. I think he'll be a lockdown defender.
Okay.
But with this man as your captain, pun intended, I don't think. Yeah. I mean, they're all going to think they can run through a brick wall, you know?
Sure.
And I'm going with Steve Rogers. Because if there's any man to get you hyped up before a game, it's Steve Rogers.
Absolutely.
So he's going to be my 3.
The locker room of that team's going to be really solid.
Oh, man. It's miracle all over again. With great moments come great opportunities.
I love it.
Or is it the other way around? I don't remember.
All right. So it's me?
It is you, yes, sir.
I absolutely love the direction that Deanna went with. It must be the sibling connection there. And she actually went with my backup in case this one got stolen. But I'm going to go with the best iteration of a speedster in the MCU. Give me Makari from Eternals.
Good.
So that's who I'm going with.
Wow.
That's a good pick.
That is a great pick.
It's a great pool.
So I got 2 here. And it's going to be very interesting. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to build this roster as we go. I have Kate Bishop, who may or may not have any ability to play basketball, and Ant-Man, who we know he's got a little something.
Everyone can play basketball in this draft,
of
obviously.
Course. Yeah.
You're all good.
All right. So to build a good basketball team, like Jenkins did, you need a good leader.
You do.
And Captain America's off the board. So I have to go to the other face of the MCU. I'll take Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. as my point guard. I want him running things for me.
I like it. Wow. He might get a little carried away, but hey, I like it.
And then there's a lot of good ball players on your team, a lot of bigs. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to match up with Surtur. I don't think there's anybody I can draft. So I'm going to have to get the ball before it gets to Surtur. I'm going to need somebody quick to go steal the ball.
Okay.
And we're going to run fast breaks. Give me T'Challa,
Black
Panther.
I love it. I thought it was a crime.
T'Challa.
I almost had him.
I thought it was a crime he hadn't been picked by now. I do love that pick.
I almost picked him.
I love the Black Panther pick. We're going to play a lot of defense in my basketball program. So that's back to Bryce now.
Back to me. So rounding it off, I think I just have my 4th spot left. Haven't we drafted 4 already?
You need 2 more.
Oh, I need 2 more. All right. Well,
we'll come back around to you.
Yeah, no, I'm certainly going to jump on this one then. I'm going to take at 4. Give me Mr. Infinity Gauntlet himself. I don't want Thanos at 4. So
does he get the gauntlet? Does he get the gauntlet?
He doesn't need it.
Okay.
He doesn't need it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fair.
He took on my number 5. He took on Hulk straight hands and was just fine. So I think he can hold up with a lot of people. Give me Thanos at 4.
Wow. Well done.
I like it.
I'm gonna join the banging down low now.
All right, come on.
And I think that I'm gonna go with a big dog, and a real big dog. I'm sticking Galactus down there.
Okay.
If you're gonna match up with Surtur, Galactus is a good pick.
It's a good pick.
It's a good one.
This court is cooked, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, there's no roof.
Bro, I don't know where we're gonna play these games at, dog. This is gonna be insane.
This is outdoors for sure.
All right, Deanna, you got 2. You're wrapping up your roster here.
Okay. So, Cap's off the board, and so is Black Panther.
1 Cap is off the board.
1 is.
That's a good point.
let's see. Give me the other super soldier, Bucky Barnes. Give me him.
Okay.
All right. Katie has the jersey on pre-order.
Shout out
already.
Oracle.
There you go. I need it.
Give Oracle some love back there.
Shout to you.
Okay.
Is it my? Am I
It's
going
still you.
again?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
that's, bro,
you get
that's
two.
how
You
snake
end
drafts
off the
work.
snake.
Oh, my bad.
That's how every other round of this draft has worked, brother.
All right. As my final pick, who I believe can take on pretty much close to anybody, who's definitely going to try at least. Give me Thor.
Yeah.
Give me
Love
Thor.
that. That's a great
He
pick.
hasn't gone yet. That's crazy.
Good pick.
He'll definitely. He will put up a fight no matter what.
It's a great roster. 100%. All right, Jenkins, let's wrap up your team. Who do you have here?
I need
As your
my
last
point
pick.
guard.
Okay.
And I'm going to give.
Dude.
I'm going to go with one who may have the best instincts in the MCU, and I'm going with Matt Murdock, Daredevil.
Good pull.
What a pick. I love that.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't need to sleep.
I love that.
He is taking no look passes to another level.
Oh man, is he? He's spamming the circle button.
Pure feel on the court from Matt Murdock, Daredevil. I love that. That's a good pick.
Okay. All right.
All right, Bryce.
Back to me. I have the 3 position open. So need me a small forward. I think we can get really nasty. All right, with this guy's abilities, we're going to be setting some crazy screens as well as throwing some crazy passes that defy physics here. Give me Doctor Strange at 3.
I thought about that one too.
That's a great
I
pick.
like Strange at 3.
Portaling.
I like my
passes.
matchup we
Portaling
got.
passes is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I like my matchup we got.
Yeah, I
That's a
mean,
good one.
Yeah.
Wanda, Strange, they're going to battle. They're going to duke it out.
Yeah. Hawkeye's
They
my
will.
guard, Strange for sure. But
All right, so we're going to do a little shifting around on my roster here.
Okay.
We're going to keep Kate Bishop at the 2. I want Iron Man to play the 3 now.
Okay.
Let's see. We'll keep Ant-Man at my 5. Probably bump Iron Man down to 4. We'll let Black Panther play the 3. I need a new point guard.
You're going to have to put
I
Iron
think I'm
Man.
going to draft.
You're going to put Iron Man in the
At the
Hulk
3.
Buster suit,
at
pal.
this point, yeah.
He's in a big suit, so that's fine. We're going to be small. Like I said, we're running fast
I
breaks.
hear you.
I'm going to draft the most powerful person.
Scrappy team.
Is it official? I guess this person's officially in the MCU now. If Mr. Fantastic is, this person definitely is.
Yeah.
Sure.
The most power. We're definitely we're drafting for the future here on this one.
I see where you're going here.
The most powerful person in the MCU, Franklin Richards,
Franklin
is going to be my
Richards.
point guard.
That's fair.
Can alter reality. You're going to go to steal the ball. The ball's going to just go through your body to Iron Man making a backdoor cut. So I'll take Franklin Richards.
I like
And,
that's incredible. Yeah, we've certainly presented some.
I need some otherworldly talent to carry my team. I do
Nice.
think I have the worst roster out of everybody. So we're going to take Franklin Richards.
For those
He
of you,
helps.
And
for those of you that was listening, who do you think's winning this basketball game?
Comment.
Let us know.
Who's got the best starting 5? That's it for episode 3 of Theseus Pod. Signing off, baby. Appreciate it. Randy, Jenkins,
Let's go.
Deanna, thanks for joining.
Thanks for
it
having
was
me.
a good time, guys.
Yep.
Till next week.
Yes, sir.